Hello folks, welcome to another midnight shooting of me talking to a camera. Tonight I want to talk to you about this amazing book that I finished reading yesterday and I'm still not over the feels of how it ended. I'm talking about none other than Marie-Lou's Champion, the third and final book in the Legend Trilogy. Oh my god, this book is amazing. Let's talk about the cover. The cover is beautiful. It's so simple and it's so powerful and I love the colors. Even if I had not read the previous books that are amazing, just by looking at this cover, I would want to read this book.
And it has texture. I love feeling it.
This cover is one of my favorite covers ever. If you have not read the previous books, Legend and Prodigy, you're missing an amazing story that you should treat yourself by reading it. There's action, there's romance, then there's more action. It's so awesome. Something that I appreciated as a reader, the printing style. A huge name of whose point of view we're reading at the beginning of each chapter. And Marie-Lou does a great job differentiating each point of view and it's so easy. But even then, it's so great to have Day's point of view and June's point of view, the huge name at the beginning of each chapter, but also by the letters, because they're different colors, and so it's so easy to know. It's so easy to understand. If you have not read Champion, you have to leave this video now, because otherwise you're gonna be spoiled, and you don't want to be spoiled in such an amazing book. Prodigy left us with Day discovering that he has a brain tumor and breaking up with June, and that was one of the saddest things I've read in the story. He doesn't want to interfere with June's career of being a princess. This book starts and they are living separately. I don't want that. I want to see them together in action, being badasses. I'm just starting and the feels hit me. What's the point of keeping in touch with a girl you're crazy about when you're dying? What's the point? What's the point?
What kind of question is that, Day?
There are a bunch of reasons, but no. They start attacking me with feels. And I'm talking about page 7, not even 10 pages into the book. Anyway, then there's June. She's being a princess elect, like a candidate to be the princess of the Republic. I'm sorry I said that as princess. Taking into account that the word resembles so much to the word princess, and that they say that the elector usually gets married with a princeps, I thought that only women could be entitled to be a princeps. But no, there's this one guy, Serge. At first I was really confused because I really thought that was a female-only position. Then I got used to the idea and it was fine. Day is dying. I'm suffering each time I read one chapter from Day's POV, but I can't stop myself from reading those because Day is my favorite. He's dying and I am dying inside each time I read that he has huge headache and then he starts forgetting stuff, and what the hell is happening to him? Why is he forgetting stuff? He has this huge headache in the middle of the night, and I know he couldn't die that early into the book because it's just the beginning and we have a whole book, but I thought that he was going to die. I don't know if people do that, but not with purposes of spoiling myself. I usually go to the end of the book just to know how many pages there are. As I'm going to the end of the book, I notice that there are a lot of Day chapters. So I know that he's not going to die, at least not until the end. The way the pain is written is so well written. I cannot physically feel that pain, but I can imagine what he's going through. So well described. Thomas. In the first book, we found out that he was the one who had killed Matthias. In the second book, we were told that Matthias had a crush on him. Now in the third book, we're told the whole story of what happened that night. That little shit! He dragged him into an alley and kissed him so that he could kill him? I never liked him. Second book just made it worse. And this book, I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. I was so glad that he died. He's so loyal to the Republic that he falls into stupidity. I just cannot believe that he had the nerve to kill his friend. He did, because his superior, this bitch Jameson, asked him to do it. I know the author tried to redeem him by the way he died and everything, but I still don't like him. I don't like him. I hate him. The way that Matthias, he was dying and he told him, Now I know why. Now I know why you kissed me. No, no, no. So when he died, I was so glad that we had finally gotten rid of such a little shit that was Thomas. Bye, Thomas. Nice to meet you. Not contrary to Thomas, Eden. Eden is so awesome. He's such an amazing character, and he's just like his brother. He's just like Day. Every time they got desperate about the way Eden was behaving, and I was thinking, Day, he's just like you. You're getting mad at yourself because that's just the way you would act. I was fearing for his life at some point. I don't know how I felt about Andon. I don't like him with June, and that is a fact. Every time he tried to make a move on June, no, stay away. But other than that he tries to fix what his father did wrong, and he really tries to help the Republic. That's the kind of people you want in the government. People don't give him enough credit because people working with him have a gazillion years of experience more than him. But he's not a pushover. It was so great that Africa and Antarctica, places that are always looked down at, are the most powerful countries at this time of the story. All the scenes that happen in Antarctica, this place is so crazy. It's like being in a video game. The construction that Marie Lou did of the Antarctica and this book is so awesome. I would like another story that happens in Antarctica. I can see the whole potential of this place. When I've heard about Africa and how it looks like, I would have liked to know that. The scene when Tess talks to Day and explains her the feelings that she had for him, and that was so touching to hear that from her explanation of this crush. He was the only one to help her, and that was so beautiful to read. I felt really bad for Tess, and at some point I thought that she was gonna end up with Eden. I'm glad we had this background story from Tess and that now we can understand more. Then there's the part when Day and June get together again and they make out and then they do other things than just making out. So awesome. There are so many action scenes and I love that. I love the whole story and plot and everything, but every once in a while it's nice to have a scene like these, with feelings and everything, and it's great. There's the part when Day goes back to his house. I would have liked if June would have just let Day go. I mean, he's not gonna go away from you. He just wants his pace and you're following him. That's just not nice, June. June turns out to be the patient zero of this plague that has been attacking the Republic. It was a great part of the plot, and I didn't see that coming. And then they start getting attacked, and Tess saves June. That was great. That was awesome. That was badassery. Then all hell breaks loose, and the war starts. The war starts, and that was so intense. God, the part with Commander Jameson, and June fighting the roof. Wow, June is such a badass. Even when she's hanging and June has a dislocated shoulder and she's still holding Commander Jameson and asks people to shoot her, that woman has the nerve to say,
I know you couldn't do it yourself.
no one cares. And I'm so glad that line from Commander Jameson didn't came back to June to hunt her. When Day gets shot, he starts seeing these flashbacks from his life, and I thought, this is it. And then he sees his mom. This is it. But when his mother tells him that he has to go back to Eden, I was so relieved. But then, the horror. He cannot remember June. I was not scared for his life anymore. But when the doctor comes out and starts talking to June, and he says he's almost the day that we knew, I knew that he had amnesia. The thing that June did, she pulled out a Hermione by erasing herself from the memory of Day. Well, she didn't erase herself. It got erased, but she never got back into his memory, and the book ends. Then there's the epilogue. I love the way that the epilogue starts with June describing each one of her birthdays. That conversation with Matthias. She's never gonna be her little sister again. When I thought that Day was going to die, I had tears in my eyes, but I wasn't properly crying. But in the epilogue, I lost it. I lost control. Then Ollie died. I was glad that June stayed in touch and being friends with Tess and Pascal. Day was still wearing the ring. That broke me again. He couldn't remember her, but he kept the ring for 10 years.
I was so happy.
It was an amazing ending for an amazing saga. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then there's this. Life Before Legend. Top-notch material. Only one complaint about it. Too short. 41 pages long. It's not enough. I want another book. First chapter is from Dave's point of view and is the part of his first kiss that June asked about, and the second chapter is from June's point of view and is about the first day that she attended to Drake. I love that they happen simultaneously and that you can see how their stories touch. It's so awesome. So great. That's all I have to say for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the book. If you liked this video, you can leave a comment, hit the thumbs up button, share and subscribe if you think it's worth it. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.